Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures episode 85. Let's jump back into the world, shall we? Now, full discretion and honesty. Played some earlier today for quite a bit. Had the day off, it's Sunday, and did some things. I did some things that were going to take a lot of time and needed to be done so I can progress forward. And what are those things? We fished up all the fish that we needed for Nat Pagle's quest, so I can become an artisan fisherman. I gathered all of the resources needed to become an artisan chef, and in that interim, I found this, a forest hoop of the tiger. Now this thing is crazy. Let's compare it to my old ring. I didn't put it on yet because I wanted to wait till I was with you guys, but 6 agility, 6 strength versus 5 agility, 4 stamina. This thing is juicy, boys. It's juicy. Now, this was a lot of busy work that I knew would eat up so much time when we were recording, so I wanted to go ahead and just do it off recording. Mostly it was just, fishing in areas that we've been to before. There was one area we haven't been to, but I didn't have to go far into Feralas to get the Feralas Ahi, but it was mostly backtracking. Had my rod in the water, that kind of thing. And then also just like grinding out some giant eggs, which wasn't too bad. I had to grind a bunch of birds down in Sar'theris. Yeah, got some experience, but it's nothing crazy. Now that being said, I did also, while fishing in Desolus, I found this, another large knapsack. So we now have 2 12 slaughters. A deviate hide is a normal 10 slot, and a heavy brown bag, which we already had. But so basically, that lets me have another spare bag for when we finally buy this bank slot. I don't know if I'm going to buy the final bank slot, but I do think I'm going to buy this bank slot. But yeah, that's mostly what has happened and transpired in between last time and this time. I almost took tonight off. As you can see, it's very late, but I passed out earlier. Took a little nap, woke up late, and then I was like, you know what, I can't go back to sleep. I'm just going to get some videos recorded. So we're playing much later than we usually do tonight, but that's okay. I got some sleep earlier. I don't have to work tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I have a job interview Wednesday, which is kind of exciting. So I'm going to take us... We're going to do mostly busy work right now for the first, probably 10, 20, 30 minutes of this session. I'm going to take us to Orgrimmar. We're going to learn some training, talk to my boy Shenthul, and learn, Sinister Strike upgrades, expose armor upgrades, garrote upgrades, that kind of thing. Learn a new instant poison, and then probably make some more poisons. Then we're going to head to Sar'theris. We're going to become a artisan chef from Dirge Quickcleave, Clamlet Surprise, that first quest up there. We needed 12 giant eggs, 10 pieces of zesty clam meat, and 20 Alterac Swiss. So that will allow us to actually cook some recipes and break 225, because I really haven't wanted to use any of my resources just quite yet, because I'm kind of capped here. We're capped at 225. So we'll become an artisan chef. That'll increase the skill to 300. And then we're going to head to Dust Wallow and turn in this quest to Nat, which is going to also allow us to become a artisan fisherman, which means I can go past 225, which is really exciting. So all of my professions will be artisan level. We're working on mining. It's at 275 out of 300, almost maxed already, 25 away. Engineering, 254, almost 255 out of 300, so 46 points away from max. First aid still needs some work for sure, but we're caught up at the mage weave portion of it. I do also need to train first aid while I'm... Well, where do I get mage weave bandages, actually? Where do we learn mage weave bandages? Fuck. It's back in Hammerfall. I didn't know that. Whoops. Well, what are you gonna do? Oh, wait, no. Well, wait, yeah, yes? No? Maybe so? We actually need to go back to Stromgarde. Is that what it is? Or is that for the Alliance? Apparently it can be sold by Belai, La Queen, in Dustwallow, but I've never seen it on her. Apparently Belai has it. I've never seen it, but... Alright. Let's head to Shenthul. We also have a quest to turn in here. Zor Lone Tree. So yeah, we're mostly going to do a little bit of busy work tonight, and then head to Dustwallow, probably finish up our business in Dustwallow, and then move
The
towards...
Shattered Hand's influence dominates these lands. We are the veil which covers Kalimdor.
Tell him, Shenthul. Move towards Stranglethorn Vale, the southern side, but I do want to go back to Dustwallow, try and find that Deep Strider tumor, as well as I think I'm going to try and take on the Corruptor. I think I might be able to hang with that. And then these two quests I'm going to hide. I believe they're tied to Maraudon, which I'm not doing. I also might try and do Melissa. I still think it's too early for Khan Hrothra because this quest is a wave-based elite quest. It's a wave of 2, then a wave of 3, then a wave of 4, with Khan Hrothra being in the final wave as a level 42 elite. And I was thinking about the way that I would be able to handle that, and I think the only way that I could actually be able to handle that is being a higher level, using my AoE to nuke down the first 2 waves, and then on the third, or on the final wave, whichever wave Khan Hrothra's in, I'm going to need to sap Khan Hrothra, kill all of the other adds, and then kite Khan Hrothra out. It's going to be very difficult. I'm still not sure if I'm even able to take that quest on in general, but
The Shattered Hand's influence dominates the...
I do want to try and take on the Corruptor and get that Deep Moss tumor before we head back to Stranglethorn. So we have some stuff to do in Desolace once again. We are going to learn Expose Armor, rank 2 and rank 3. We're going to learn Rupture, rank 4. We're going to learn Expose Armor, rank 4. We're going to learn Garrote, rank 5. We're spending a lot of money here, yes. We're going to skip on Backstab, Gouge, Kick, and Feint. We're going to learn Sinister Strength, rank 7. We are going to learn... Whoops, let me open this back up. Skip on Wound Poison, skip on Blinding Powder, skip on Deadly Poison, skip on Mind Numbing Poison, skip on Wound, Instant Poison, rank 4. This is what we want. And that takes us to 19 gold left. That's all the training we needed. Bunny Rogue. We need basically crystal vials. Oof. This is going to be quite expensive to make these, but that's okay. Dust. And let's sell the old poisons because we're going to make new poisons. This guy does dungeons. It's gonna be a lot. Don't buy everything just yet, the way that I'm gonna have to finagle things. It is what it is. Costs 6 silver for one of these. Oof. So a full stack of 20 is going to be like 60 silver, basically a gold piece. Yikes. It's quite expensive, but... While I was fishing in Desolus for the Sar'theris Striker, I did swim under the water and see those lock boxes that we've talked about before. They are what we need to do to level up our lockpicking, for sure. Take a stack of 20 of these, and that'll make 20 more. And that'll be all we need. Then we're going to head to Daenerys so I can turn in all of these cooking supplies, become an artisan chef, and start cooking. I need to look up, is there a vendor in Daenerys that sells cooking reagents? Not really. Classic WoW. Well, maybe Jabby is his name? He doesn't really sell... I'm looking for spices, bro. I mean, if that's the case, then I'm just going to go ahead and stock up on some spices before we leave, too. Like, probably 60 hot spices, it looks like. Gotta spend money to make money. We just dropped about 20 gold on both training, poisons, and spices.
Can Zamja help you, person?
Sorry, Zamja. 20, 40, 60. Bags are full, cabs are here. Alright. Now, we're gonna hit the flight to Daenerys. I'm probably going to pause the video, that way it's not just 50 minutes of me like traveling around and dropping things off at one place and then heading to another or whatever. So we're going to go to Daenerys, become an artisan chef, cook a bunch of these reagents that we have, head to Dustwallow, become a artisan fisherman, thanks to Nat, and then we'll continue on with what we were doing the other night in Dustwallow, which is
until you've looked down on the world from the back of a wind rider.
Learning more about the Black Dragon Flight and like Onyxia, that kind of stuff. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we just touched down in the Gizmorium of Gadgetzan. We're back. Let's go talk to, I think his name is Dirge. He's the master chef here in Gadgetzan. Buzzik Bracket Swing, that's who helped us become an artisan engineer.
Hey, we may have been suffering a drought, but there's no shortage of meat. Care to browse my goods?
I do want that tender wolf steak for sure. Let's go ahead and learn that.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Ever heard of a clamlet? Of course you haven't. It's my latest and greatest culinary masterpiece. Oh, adventurer, just thinking about a clamlet makes my mouth water. Unfortunately, I'm all out of supplies to make any. How about I make you a deal? You gather the supplies I need to make a clamlet, and I'll teach you the finer points of exotic cuisine, and I'll even throw in a couple of clamlets to boot. Deal? Here's what I need.
That's a deal, Dirge. That's a deal. Clamlet surprise. My cravings are going to be the end of me. Hurry, Billabra, before I dip into my own supply. We got exactly what he needs.
Be good.
You are in for a special treat, Bale. Watch and learn. Dirge begins to prepare Clamlet Surprise. So we get 20 for ourselves for the future. That's amazing. And then we become an artisan chef. Let's go, boys. Now, do you have a fire here? Tell me you have a fire here, because I need a fire. There's got to be a fire here somewhere, right? Ow. Oh, man. Itchy eyes. There's got to be a fire here. Oh, right there. Bonfire. Okay, let's do some cooking and get rid of a lot of these items. First, the carrion surprise. We're gonna have so much food. Next, we'll do the barbecued buzzard wings. I'm probably gonna put some of this stuff in the bank just in case I need food later. But we are stocked up. Look at all this. Yeah, we would have just wasted so many points that we could have had in cooking if I cooked this stuff early. I'm assuming this is going to go green around 240, 250. At 235. Earlier than I thought. And then we'll cook some of these barbecued buzzard wings. Then we'll cook this red raw gill. Or sorry, the raw red gill. Let's set that a little backwards. I fished these up in Feralas when I was fishing up the Feralas Ahi. I'll show you guys exactly where we explored in Feralas. That's going to cut off my cooking, but we just ran right in. Went to the main town, and then it's like something like right around here was where we needed to fish. It took me that was the fastest one for sure. I think I fished it up in maybe like 4 to 5 minutes. The one that took me the longest was definitely the Savage Coast Blue Sailfin, the one from Stranglethorn. I got the Sar'theris Striker relatively quickly. I fished up a couple pools, found a box, and in that box we got the bag. And then after that, like shortly after that, I found the Sar'theris Striker. So this one took about 10 minutes. This one, the Misty Reed Mahi Mahi, this one was from the Swamp of Sorrows. This one was actually pretty quick too. I think I fished this one up in like 7 to 10 minutes. The Feralas Ahi, I fished this thing up in like 2 to 5 minutes. But the Savage Coast Blue Sailfin, that one took me probably 20 to 30 minutes to fish this one up. This one took a while, so. None of them were too difficult outside of the Savage Coast Blue Sailfin. Okay, we get to 248 cooking. Tender wolf meat. Frog, frog, frog. What a name. It's a crazy name, brother.
Time is money, friend.
I'll take out the clam meat. I went ahead and purchased the thorium widget, thorium grenade, and true silver transformer recipes. They are rare recipes that are on a timer from specific vendors. 2 of these from the engineering supplier in Orgrimmar, and another one, I think it was from Booty Bay, if I'm being honest. I can't fully remember, but I think that's where it was, so. I'm gonna drop off some excess food in case I need it later, and we'll keep this. Looks good. Bank is full again. We love a full bank. Red wolf meat. I don't think I'm gonna get any. Oh, maybe I will get a couple points out of that. And we'll throw those in the bank as well, just in case I need some of that later, but. Alright, so we purchased 11 extra hot spices. Not too many, but. Alright, we're gonna cook this, throw it in the bank, and then head to Dust Wallow. think I'm probably just gonna sell the zesty clam meat. I don't think I have anything that can be made with it. Yeah. I mostly just needed it for the actual clamlet surprise quest, so I'm glad we kept it and we didn't get rid of it, but it served its purpose now. Alright, full bank. Mostly just dust and mithril bars, but
Where would you like to fly to?
alright. I'm going to pause the video once again while we're heading to Dustwallow. I will resume when we get there. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we're back. Just touched down in Brackenwall Village. Let's see if Balai has the books for the Mage Wheat bandages. I've never seen them on her before, but maybe she... No, didn't think so. Sell the junk we don't need. And we're just going to organically work our way down towards Nat Pagle. Look for Deadmire on the way. These are items that I just want to use, so, you know, I don't really have them stored in a space lower in the bags where I'm like, you know, keep these or you know, important, like all these items, so they're expendable. I guess, you know what, let's just follow... No, I don't want to follow the path, because Deadmire is more off the path. Check my target macro. I need to take the rocks out. But I did add the Deep Strider Searcher, which is the giant that roams Desolus, that has the Deep Strider Tumor on it, so... We'll probably get to that tomorrow night, if I'm being honest, and my idea is I'm just going to roam the... I'm going to go there, show you guys that we're heading there, roam for a little bit with you guys, and then pause the video until I find him, because he could be anywhere. It just, you know, it's a hard mob to find. He can be out in the water, he could be on the land. But then when we find him, we'll resume, and, you know, after we took on Brimgore, I'm feeling pretty confident that we could take him on. As long as he can be gouged, we can take him on. When I was in Swamp of Sorrows earlier, I did check to see if Lord Captain Warmack was back up. Unfortunately, he was not up. But you know, we will take him on at some point once we find him. Now, where's our boy Deadmire? He roams. Oh, there he is. It's like an albino croc. Oh, he was over this way. They're on some fresh poisons. Pop a carrion surprise. We'll throw a scroll of protection on because we're going to be killing things down here. Alright, fully buffed up. Get some extra armor, some extra health. Yo, Deadmire. Taste steel, scumbag. I don't know, that's just super cringe, I'm sorry, but... Yeah, he's a pushover. Save everything that we don't need. I don't want to use like Tidal Charm or anything like that. I don't need to. Alright, we get his tooth. Oops, that's not the tooth. 3 pointy crocolisk teeth? Holy. Mouthful of teeth on that thing. I guess we might as well head over to Nat. Empty out some of the items out of our bag. Ooh. Oh, I thought that swamp ooze hit me for like 20% of my health. No, we were missing some already. Beazel's Wreck. I remember this guy's wreck. You fellas mind if I scoop by you? Now we remember this cove because we tried to escape out of it. Oh, almost. I wonder if the rare's back up out here. I accidentally hit him from my map because it wasn't showing that I killed him, or at least seen him. When they go green, it shows that you've killed them. At least I think it shows that you've killed them. It's either you've seen them or you've killed them. But like as you can see, Brimgore's green. We killed Dart. We killed Drogoth. We killed Darkmist Widow. But the rare that was in this water that we killed the other night did not show up as green. So I was frustrated trying to figure out why, and accidentally hid the creature. So I don't remember its name, but it was like Lord something or another. I'm not too pressed about it though. Nat, I've returned. I've got all the fish you've asked for.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Anything biting today?
Now that's a fine catch. Come over here. Let me show you how to set a few lines.
Thanks, brother. 4,000 experience for that, by the way. Whew. Alright, and we remember we can escape like somewhere over here, which puts us right into the area that we want to be. Now that's nice. Let's take a look at that. 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. Now we haven't maxed those out, but we at least can get there now. So now if we ever do any fishing in you know, any floating wreckages or any schools of fish, it doesn't feel wasted anymore. It feels like we actually get something out of it, which is nice. I think I can get out this way, if I remember correctly. I think it is actually like right here. Yeah, it is nice. Oh! Hayoc, the rare. Clever girl. The Centennial Breastplate, or the Sentinel Breastplate, excuse me, it's not Centennial, would be nice. Regal Mantle of the Owl, Int and Spirit, not really for me. Not sure exactly. Maybe this way. There we go. What do they look like? Much better than the shoulders we have on, but unfortunately they aren't better. Alright, well, I mean, we've killed almost every rare in this zone. That's pretty cool. We're going to head back more up towards that camp that we found the other night that had Mok'Morokk's stuff in it. And then we'll swing back by this area and try and break a few of Onyxia's eggs. It's an elite quest. I'm kind of worried about it. I don't know why it's an elite. Maybe when you smash the eggs, elites come out. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. Dragons have just torched this land. Yeah, this is where we need to be. I can't remember the name. The Stonemaul Ruins, that's what it is. I can never kick that shield, man. They're too fast. Damn it. I messed up my garrote twice. Now it says the snuff is right there. And it is. But I think we're gonna have to go into some cave somewhere around here. Oh, a chest. Get your nasty little Nova off before you die. Brigade Boots of the Bear. Those are pretty good. If I was a warrior or a paladin, I'd be happy with them, but still happy with them now because they're 67 silver. I'll eat this garbage food just to kind of save my roast quail, because a stack of 5 roast quail is 36 silver. Eesh. It's kind of expensive. Man, so this is where the ogres used to live before Onyxie and the Black Dragonflight had kind of moved in and burnt their home to the ground. This is why Mok'Morokk is so scared. We just need a couple more scouts, but I'm sure there's going to be tons of scouts in the other part of the village, which is more over this way. In fact, there's one right there. I think this is going to be the first time that we're just about to finish all of our rested experience and not have rested experience as a bonus. It's kind of sad. We've been playing too much recently. Okay, this is it. The Den of Flames. I should probably take on this area like slowly and meticulously. Let's not play any games here. Let's just... Seems like this has the grog and it's probably inside that cave, but there's also mithril in there, so... Just a bunch of ash tail here. There's a scout over there. Mostly ash tail though. God, this new poison feels so strong. Scalebane. A lot of mithril in here actually. It's kind of scary. So that's the grog right there, okay. I do want to try and get that mithril though, if possible. I think his strongbox is actually at the end of this cave anyways, so gonna have to fight my way through slowly but steadily. Big crits. Disarm him. Defensive stance makes me want to hit an expose armor. It missed. That's fine. Just take him out anyway. They're not humanoid, we can't eat their corpse. Immediately use that. Mithril's not even giving us skill ups anymore, that's funny. It's a little 4-piece. There's the other set of Mithril. Let's take on this cave. This is the exact cave layout as the cave in the Altrak Mountains, where we've looked for Logrash, which is kind of funny. So I know this cave layout like very, like the back of my hand, let's just say. I need to wait for you to roam. I wouldn't mind taking on both you guys, actually. Fuck me. How'd you notice me when I was... That's crazy. Actually, very easy. Blade Flurry is just such a good move, especially now that I got this new poison. Not only is it more damage, but it's just 85 charges on that thing. Whew. If I'm being completely honest, I've been skipping a lot of the iron, or I'm just, you know, completely selling it at this point. We'll get a little extra iron as I'm like, you know, roaming around. I'll replenish the bombs that we use. But, you know, as you can see, we have 69, 70 iron bombs as is. Waiting on the high explosive bombs. Because we need more mage weave for that, so. Still gonna take the iron just to sell it or make iron bombs later, but I've just got so much, like it's just, we're past it at this point. I think, yeah, I mean, I've been vendoring heavy blasting powder as well too, because I just have so much of it, and well, this is interesting. 2 of you and I don't have my blade flurry. Can I grab you and not grab the other guy? I can, perfect. There's his strongbox. I guess this is an elite quest because it's inside of a cave. Big crit from him, by the way. Get the bleeds on him. He's dead. Grab the strongbox. Let's get the hell out of here. 2 more scouts on the way out would be great. Bars. The red hue in this cave is crazy. Is there any scouts in here? No. No ore as well. There's a scout though. I'll take on both these guys. Alright, we just need 1 scout, which we probably will find on the way down south. 55,000 jumps, by the way. Whew! Oh, a sword that's worth 69 silver. Sex. Mobs didn't even respawn. And Ho's mad. Alright, that's our boy right there, our final scout. There's also something up top, some kind of ore. If it's mithril, we get it. If it's iron, we get it. Need to replenish my money that we just spent. Both for training in the future and if I want to get that extra bank slot. It's going to be 50 gold for that thing. And it's like, we need more than 50 gold because I need an excess amount. Okay, it is iron. I need an excess amount of money on the side. That way I can like get my training and I'm not struggling once we hit the levels needed for the training, right? So it's like, just because it says 50 gold, really I'll want like 65 or maybe even 70 gold before I buy that bank slot. But it's kind of one of the last things that we're working towards as far as like what will we spend our money on other than training. We've got our mount, we've got a pet, we've got multiple bank slots, we've got, you know, good bags. We've come a long way in this journey. And we're only... Oh, Moonstone. Damn, I'm full up. We're only like 13.5 levels away from max level now, so... The journey's almost over. I just really didn't want to take on that raptor. Now I'm assuming with these eggs that will Nixia destroyed, I'm not going to actually have to like loot anything. So let's just go destroy those eggs. We'll have like 5 or 6 quests to turn in. We'll go turn them in. Hopefully there's no chains, because I'm ready to move on, go to a different area. I wonder if Brimgore's back up. I don't want to take him on again. We already took him on once, so I'm happy with 1 kill. But Lord Captain Wormack, we have a score to settle. I think if I had more time the night that we were attempting Wormack, the first time we found him, we definitely could have killed him. I kind of ran out of time. It was getting late. I had to get up early the next day. I was like, I can't really play for much longer. I just need to go. Okay, these are the eggs that we found earlier and saw. If they work like... I'm kind of worried that they're going to spawn. Okay, good. I was like, I'm kind of worried they're going to spawn creatures, but... What resource does he have? Is that rage? How come he doesn't spend it? This is another one of those quests where I'm like, why is this an elite quest? Alright. Just a couple more eggs. By a couple, I mean 1, but... should be in this little mound right there. Maybe I can sneak in and get one of them without being seen and get out. Yeah, just wait. And we're out. Alright, back to Brackenwall. Let's jump on the road to... The road is this way, closer to this cave. Is that cave a separate cave from the cave in the Stonemaul ruins? I don't think so. I think it's the same cave. Just kind of keeping my eyes peeled for Brimgore. Yeah, that's definitely the same cave, right? I just couldn't see it before because our map was full of fucking quest icons. Yes, it was, okay. Definitely. It's the raptor we killed. I can't see anything. Okay. So the Stonemaul Ruins is actually like kind of the end of the path with the road on it. There's another cave over here though. Kind of want to go investigate real quick. Bloodfen Burrow. It's full of raptors. There's got to be some ore over here though, right? That's a lot of fucking raptors, bro. Holy shit, why is there so many raptors? There's not even a rare raptor. Dude, there's so many raptors. That's crazy. And raptors have, oftentimes they have a move where when they get low, they like cry out for help. And if they're near other raptors, those raptors will jump in. So that's just kind of like, that looks dicey right there. If we had business there, we would mess with it, but I just, you know, I got an inventory full of stuff. I got quests to turn in here. We got other things to do. Need to head back to Thunderbluff to turn in Deadmire's Tooth. Do I get anything from this quest? No, just experience. But a good bit of experience from all these quests here. This is like 10, maybe 20k worth of experience here. 4 and 4 is 8, call that 9, that's another 6, so that's 15, 16, 25. Yeah, that's like 18, 19, 20k worth of experience right there. Which will probably take us to like 70% towards 47. I need to get those bluefin. They come from Stranglethorn. A lot of our quests we have are in Stranglethorn, so it's like, oh, I need to hurry up and head over that way, but I also have some things that I want to do in Desolus. Alright, we're back in Brackenwall. Boom, boom, boom. Sell it, because we already have a stack of 20 in the bank and I can't hold any more. Book, please? Nope. Okay. Mok'Morokk. Be thirsty for grog. Me miss stuff too. Where is Strongbox? You go get 4 Overlord Morok. Go find South and home. Wait, go find South in old home. Me too busy leading ogres to get. You're scared, bro. You good undead. Me miss things very much. Me like you now. Some solid boots, but mine are better. Talk to Tharg first. Army of the Black Dragonflight. You killed many of the Black Dragon army. You brave undead. Make Tharg happy. We're definitely taking this belt. I need to choose. Well, let me choose now because it's a lot of money. 7 agility, 7 stamina, 4, 13 strength. I do think my current belt might be a little better. So I'm going to take the shield. Mostly because the agility gives me dodge chance, crit chance, and scaling on some of my abilities. And then the stamina helps keep me alive versus it's just more damage on strength. Draz. Splendid. It will be some time before Onyxia can produce more eggs. On behalf of my people, I thank you, Bale. I've asked much of you so far. Perhaps you could do the Stonemaul clan one last service. Mok'Morokk is not fit to lead us. Tharg would make an excellent leader, but is hindered by his injuries and age. Drive Mok'Morokk from this place by force. Only then can we appoint a new leader to return us to our proper home in the south. We're going to take the Boots of Zautek. challenge. Oh my god, look at the health on him though. Wide swipe. It's a sick dagger though. Oh man. Oh man, I'm nervous. That's way too much health. We're gonna hold off on this one for now, I think. This guy's gonna beat my ass. 15k health. Yeah, we're gonna hold off on this for now. The big stick. Took off my pants. Showed her to. Okay. Alright, let's head to. I think we're gonna head to Desolus now. No. Let's head to. Oh, we didn't turn in that quest as Zor Lone Tree. Alright, first things first. We're gonna head to Orgrimmar. I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna turn that quest in, and then we're gonna head to Thunder Bluff. I'm gonna turn Deadmire's Tooth in at Thunder Bluff, and then we'll probably wrap it up in Desolus for tonight. Tomorrow when we start, we'll try and finish up the Deep Strider Tumor. We'll try and take on the Corruptor, and we'll see if we can get Melissa out of there. And then that's all that's left here is Con Hrathra. And then after we're done with that stuff, we'll head to Stranglethorn finally, once again, and continue on with all of the quests that we have in Stranglethorn. We need to get these blue pearls, we need to get the tail fins, we've got 2 quests here, we need to gain some splinter tusks, more split bone necklaces. We've got so many quests in Booty Bay to do. So yeah, that is probably going to be what we take on for the remainder of the week. Like, this is going to take quite a while to do all these quests, but what's on this island? Level 38. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to pause the video while we fly, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we just touched down in Orgrimmar. Let's go talk to Zor Lone Tree. Finish this quest up. Then head to Thunderbluff. Talk to Melor Stonehoof once again. Finish that quest up. And then we're going to fly to Shadow Prey Village. Is that the name of this place? I think it's called Shadow Prey. Shadow Prey Village, yeah. We'll sleep at Shadow Prey Village tonight. I'm just gonna play a clean hour tonight. It's already very late. And the last 2 episodes that we've done, I've played for like 2 hours, so. Zor, Lone Tree. Greetings, traveler. You traveled from Brackenwall Village in Dustswallow? How fares Nazir? And how fares his effort in the marshes? He brings us with this pendant.
This pendant was crafted with great skill and precision, adventurer. No orc would covet such a jewel, but many humans would. I will have this pendant studied. In time, let us hope that its mysteries will be revealed to us.
Service to the Horde.
It will take time for our scholars to study the pendant you brought us, but for your service to the Horde, I would like to offer you a small token. Thank you, adventurer. Your acts bring honor to you and to us.
Of course, brother. Whoa! A blue ring. Holy shit. Band of Allegiance. 9 strength, 4 stamina. Wow, okay. This might replace... I'm gonna have to do some number crunching here. Let's see. Let's try a couple different combinations of rings. Okay, so with these 2 on right now, we have 331 power, 1906 health. With these 2 on, we have 336 power, 1846 health. With these 2 on, we have 328 power, 1946 health. So here we get 14 stamina, 11 strength, 2 agility. I think I'm actually going to wear these. $336 versus 5 power for 5 more attack power or 50 health. I think I actually would just take the power. It's a great ring, though. It's a lot of stamina. All right.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a wind rider.
Thunderbluff. I'm going to pause it one more time. We'll resume in Thunderbluff, and then we're going to head to Shadowprey and call it there for the night. So I'll see you guys in Thunderbluff to talk to Malor. All right, gamers, we just touched down in Thunderbluff. Now, let's head to Malor. I believe Malor is over on this plateau, peninsula. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna pretend like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. You know, I've been thinking about switching to guns recently. In-game, instead of the throne. But, dude, the throne have just been so valuable for when we're kiting elites and very difficult creatures. It's just like, dude, how could I switch, right? How could I switch? These things, these nasty little things are so good. Malor, we're back. It's been a while. Long time no see, old friend. Do you have the tooth of Deadmire, Bale? Have you ended the creature's suffering?
Very good, adventurer. I am sure the hunt was not easy, but it is good to know the beast's pain has finally ended. We shall...
Easy. Alright. One more thing knocked off the list. Back up to 22 gold, 22.5 gold already, and we are 66% into 46, almost 47. La da da da. Not too much left as far as like the full quest log that we've had for a while. Finally trimming it down. All right, one final flight.
On the back of a wind rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
True, Tal. This one we're gonna ride out because it's not that far. But like I said, plans for tomorrow. We're gonna hunt the what's his name? Deep Strider Searcher. We can take Deadmire out of here now. Yeah, we're gonna hunt for the Deep Strider Searcher. Get the tumor, so we can finish this quest, Nothing But the Truth. We will get a hammer that sells for basically 2 gold. It's a sick little hammer. And then we're also going to try and take on the Corruptor. I was flying over this zone earlier when I was doing the fishing quest out here. And I saw the demon. I can't remember his name, but I saw the demon and he was alone. He didn't have an orc minion with him. I was afraid we were going to have to take on an orc caster and an elite. But yeah, I noticed him where he was completely on his own. So, and he looked, you know, pretty easy to take on. I don't know what moves he has. Hopefully he doesn't have anything that's like too powerful or an execute or anything like that. But maybe as we're flying over we can see him. We're going to try and take him on tomorrow, as well as try and free Melissa. Again, we're going to wait on Khan Hrathra until probably like level 50 or so, if I'm being real. And even then, I'll give it a couple attempts, maybe 1 or 2. And if I don't feel safe doing it, we're just gonna not do that one. I don't see him. I think he's more in this area, but. And then once we do the Corruptor, Melissa, and we get the Deep Strider Tumor, we're gonna finally head back over to Stranglethorn and start knocking this stuff out. We'll probably start at Gromgal Base Camp. Take care of all of like these 2 quests, all of this business out here in the Vile Reef. That's the name of the place. We need to get some tail fins. We need to get some blue pearls, probably some blood scalps and the grim message, whatever that is, and then start working on jungle stalkers. We need raptors over there. I need to find Bagthera, the elite panther, as well as get some skull splinter tusks and necklaces and some singing blue crystals. Once we take care of all that stuff, we'll start the southern bit of Stranglethorn, which is mostly like Booty Bay. It involves the Bloodsail Buccaneers and, you know, learning about all that jazz, plus some other stuff. Honestly, I'm not really sure exactly what it entails, but... So yeah, those are the plans. We're going to keep our hearth in Booty Bay, just so when we're done here we can get there immediately and kind of save some time, but for now, you know what, I like sleeping up top. We always sleep, yeah, but empty out my bags first.
As
We
the
always...
wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Thank you, sister. I also want to take a second to smelt this stuff down, because I know there's a forge over here, right? There's gotta be. There's a forge here, right? Yes, okay, cool. Hey, la la la. More dust, woo! $174 in the bank. That'll make it a clean 180. Crazy amount of solid blasting dust that we have. Once we get more mage weave, man, it's over for these hoes. It really is. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I've been selling the heavy blasting powder, but I need it for the red fireworks, and we need the green fireworks for the Dark Moon Fair. Fuck. That's alright. I know how to get tons of heavy blasting powder. I'm gonna start saving it, though, from now on. We've been, like, vendoring this stuff, but... I was like, I thought I needed it for something else. That's right, the green fireworks for the fucking Dark Moon Fair. Come on, brother. Ah, as well as heavy leather, which I mostly get from fishing myself, but... You know what? Tell you what, let's pick up one more stack of Wicked Throne daggers as well, since I have the bag space, and I've been using Throne quite a bit, and we're going to be taking on some difficult elites in the next couple episodes. So, let's have them stocked and ready. Let's get into our bed. There's no books up here, right? Yeah, no. This is the one that I like to sleep in. Alright. We're going to call this one here for now, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow night in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.